Hello everybody, Ashley here. I'm not sure how exactly to do this. Comment if you can see this to let me know that you're watching, so I know that you have audio. Mel's here. Okay, good. Can you hear me, Mel? Can you give me a thumbs up? I'm going to give it a few minutes to let people hop on. Of course, you can catch this on the replay as well. When you visit our page, it'll be available after the fact. Okay, perfect. Let me know that you're here when you hop on so I can say hi. We received a number of messages today, which we do every day, but a number of messages in regards to an announcement put out by the NCLEX-PN. So instead of responding to individual messages and supporting everyone that way, I figured why not come live from my bedroom and talk about it, because we're all at home or because we have an audience of nurses. Hi, Vanessa. We may be in the community or in the hospital. So just want to touch base. I know everybody's afraid, and it really is a time that we all need to come together. And so I figured it would be more personal if I just come on live and then we can chat. You guys can comment questions below. I'll be able to read them and answer your questions to the best of my ability, be it questions about what's currently going on or what's going on with the NCLEX-PN and Pearson VUE, what's going on with N-Powerment. So before I go any further, because for all I know you're watching this, you have no idea who I am. My name is Ashley Bully. I'm a full-time professor of nursing. Also co-founder of N-Powerment Nursing. Usually if you're on this page, you would already know that, but should this get shared elsewhere, just to let you know, hi, I'm Ashley. Thank you for joining me. And I'm just going to kind of ease a little bit of the anxiety going around about the announcements. There's lots of chatter happening in different forums right now around these changes. Everybody's afraid that it's going to alter the exam. So let's talk about what the NCLEX-PN is. First of all, in case you don't know. So basically when it comes to writing the NCLEX-PN, this doesn't really affect the CPNRE exam right now, but it will in a little bit of time. The NCLEX-PN is the regulatory body. So this is basically the individuals, not them themselves, but the body that writes the NCLEX exam and the NCLEX-PN exam as well. That is written in the USA. The CPNRE exam is not written by the same body. Hi, Joyce. Thanks so much for joining me. And Pearson VUE, if you happen to see that in any of the forums, Pearson VUE is the company that runs the exam. So you go to Pearson VUE to schedule your exam. You go to Pearson VUE centers to write your exam. So just so when you're reading the information coming from these two authorities, you can sort out which is which. One thing that was rather daunting to both Linda and myself when we were looking into this today, and we wanted to come at you with full information, was the fact that it was announced on nclexpn.org, what I'm about to talk about, but it wasn't on one of the NCLEX-PN's main websites, and it also wasn't addressed on Pearson VUE's up until, I'm not sure about right now, but up until I came on here. It wasn't addressed on Pearson VUE's important information updates for NCLEX writers regarding COVID-19. So we wanted to get this all sorted out before we responded to your inquiry. So thank you for your patience with that. So now that we know what the NCLEX-PN is and what Pearson VUE is, meaning the writing center, let's talk about the announcements made today in regards of temporary changes for right now about writing your NCLEX exam. I understand there's a lot of anxiety around this. We do ship all over the world, so we have people in our audience at any given time studying to write this exam with us from anywhere across the United States as well as Canada. So this can vary state to state and province to province in terms of canceling your scheduled exam to write. They're doing everything in their power, obviously, to minimize interpersonal transactions right now, given what's going on with this virus, to maximize social distancing. So they're cutting down the number of people that can write at one time. They're cutting down on testing centers. There still are testing centers open, but they've cut back on the time slot so they can properly space individuals based on the guidelines by public health, which is in the best interest of us as well as everybody else and those that we love. So it's important what is happening, and I understand completely because I've written this exam myself and I've helped thousands of people succeed in this exam. that should you be ready to write and then you receive notice that your exam has been delayed, hi Kelsey, or your exam has been canceled, that is very anxiety provoking. Okay, first of all, I totally get it. And I'm going to talk about what we are doing, both Linda and myself as a company with N-Powerment Nursing to support you through this. But first I want to talk about the announcement that was made. Mel, that's a good question. Can I purchase the program now and delay my access until I'm ready to study? 100%. I'm going to talk about that a bit later, but absolutely. So what they basically came out today with is actual changes to the exam itself. Hi, Rimpy. I don't have my glasses on because the glare in my light was too big, so I hope I'm reading your name correctly, but thank you so much for joining me. Obviously, the announcement included everything they are doing to ensure social distancing, sanitization, things such as this, but there are changes to the actual exam. So the exam was traditionally a minimum of 75 questions, a maximum of 265 questions, and they've made changes to that. It's going to be a minimum of 60 questions. Hi, Liliana. And it's going to be a maximum of 130 questions. So the minimum amount of questions you will write as of right now will be 60 questions, and the maximum amount of questions you will write as of right now will be 130 questions. The time frame you have to write that in has also been shortened down to 4 hours. Now, this is to ensure they can get adequate people into the testing centers that are scheduled to test while keeping everybody at an appropriate distance. This does not, and I really want to reiterate this, guys, this does not affect the computer adaptive testing. It's the exact same test. It works the exact same way. The algorithm that decides whether you pass or you fail is identical. It will not be harder. The questions will not change. They will come from the same testing bank that's existing. One thing that will change is you won't be given pilot questions. So you would have had, traditionally writing the NCLEX exam, a number of pilot questions, meaning questions they're trying out to see how they are answered to decide whether or not to make them a formal part of the test bank. And that always happens with every exam written. As of right now, in order to shorten the time of the test, there will be no pilot questions. So yes, every question counts, but we like to operate under the principle that every question counts anyways, right? It will not make the exam harder. I repeat, it will not make the exam harder. It doesn't change your preparation for the exam. Everything is the exact same. They don't have time, in all honesty, guys. They don't have time to make it harder. They can't make it harder. It's a mathematical program that decides that algorithm for a pass or fail. They can't alter that. Basically, they're going to shorten the time frame it is to decide upon that. So if anything, if you want to get it real down to it, it's in your favor. Honestly, it's going to take you less time to prove yourself competent if you want to look for the positive. So no pilot questions. I'm completely okay with this. I'm going to publish this video afterwards if you want to post it into any NCLEX support group that you personally belong into to help clarify the misconceptions. If people comment on that, I will have access to that video, and to the best of my ability, I'll go back and try and answer all those questions. You can post questions below right now. I can see every comment. So if you have questions, go ahead and post questions below. I'll be able to see them and answer them. What we're doing here at N-Powerment Nursing, two things. First of all, we are here all the time to answer your questions. So if you are feeling uncertain about all this, if there's something you don't understand and you don't want to comment publicly, you can always send us a message. It is us that answers those messages, unless it's our awesome support girl, Mel. It happens to be her birthday today, so happy birthday. She deals with the technical end of things because Linda and I are nurses. We are not computer technologists, or I don't even know the right word for that. So it is both Linda and I that answer those questions. If you have content questions as you're studying, one thing that I don't want you to do, if your exam was canceled, postponed, whatever it is, don't stop studying, okay? Don't stop studying. I know it's hard, but everything that's embedded in your short-term memory and is right here, right now for recall, if you stop studying, it's going to go into your long-term memory, and it's going to take all the work to bring that back into your short-term memory. So as much as you possibly can, maintain your study process. If your exam is postponed for a period of time or canceled and you have to reschedule. Now that being said, A lot of individuals take our online package, which is 90 days access. We ship everything to your door. The whole package arrives at your door, and then you log in and you watch the video library of us teaching the content to you. That comes with 90-day access. We are extending that because we understand that this situation is completely out of our control. It's not going to be of any added cost to you whatsoever. Go ahead and message us if your exam's been canceled, postponed, and you've run out of access. We will absolutely, without question, extend your access. We're all in this together. Lexus, Ashley, and Linda are the best, so worth the course. They go above and beyond, constant support. They helped me through the hardest time during my... Oh, Lexus, thank you so much for saying that. It means the absolute world to us. We read every single comment, every single message, every single review that goes on our Facebook page. We read all of it. And your success is absolutely our success. So that means absolutely everything to us. So thank you so much for saying that. So we will extend your access. No questions asked. You can have access to the video review up until the day you write your exam. Another thing, I believe we had a question above there from Melanie. Great question. If you purchase the online review now, because you're at home self-isolating and you're not active in classes right now, or whatever your situation at home might be, can you extend it up until the day you write? Absolutely, 100%. I'm a registered nurse from Lebanon, graduated and now in Canada. I need to get a job. How? Send us a message privately and we'll talk you through the process. You have to write this registration exam that we're talking about called the NCLEX. And there's a bit more of a process if you're an international nurse, but we can absolutely help you through that. So yeah, send us a message. We'll be happy to support you. So yes, you can purchase the online program now, not knowing when your test date is, thinking, perhaps you intended on writing it in April or you intended on writing it in June. July is a common test time. No problem. Happy to help. And you can delay your access till whenever you want if you're unsure, or we can extend your access. It's a great idea to start getting prepared when you're at home right now, practicing social isolation, as we all should be. So that's what I have to say about the announcements today from the NCSBN and Pearson View and what that means, and kind of what we're going to do to support you guys through this time. But I do want to talk about how scary this is. Right? We're all nurses, practicing nurses. We have an audience of thousands of people because we've been doing this for a number of years. So we have so many graduates close to our hearts that we share personal relationships that are out in the hospitals, out in the community. I'm an emergency nurse by clinical trait. So I totally get how daunting and how scary this is. And I purchased the program before I stopped studying due to some health issues. Could I purchase only the access? Absolutely, Anna. Send us a message for sure. We'd be absolutely happy to help you through this time, 100%. So this is scary. This whole thing is unprecedented in our country, whatever country that is, in the United States, in North America, in the world. Nothing like this has ever happened to this extent. So nurses, right? We're frontline workers, and I mean, there's so many other professions that are necessary and we're happy and we're thankful for. But nursing is what is near and dear to our heart. And our nurses are going out there and directly in the line of fire and being exposed. And it's scary. It's scary, right? I'm afraid. They're afraid. We want them to be well protected. It's okay to be afraid. It's totally okay to be afraid. We've been messaging with a number of employment, supported in making decisions in regards to where they work, etc. Our relationship isn't often severed upon success on the NCLEX because we develop a personal relationship with a lot of people. So I've been messaging back and forth with a number of graduates that I've taught personally as a professor of nursing, and that we've helped through the NCLEX process, and everybody is scared. And it's okay to be scared. It's okay. I mean, we're really good at putting on the nurse face and putting on a brave face and going in and doing what we have to do, but it's absolutely okay to be scared. I want you guys to know it's okay to be scared, right? It's a scary time. And it doesn't make you any less of a nurse or less of a human to take this quite seriously and be worried about your families. Oh, Hannah. I don't have favorite nursing students, but if I did have favorite nursing students, Hannah might be among my favorite nursing students. I'm just going to say that. Koki Ashley, could you tell me how to purchase products now and access later? Absolutely. Thank you for that question. So if you go on to our website at www.n-powermentnursing.com, when you order, there's a section for notes, and you can just write right there in the notes. I'm so glad you asked that. I was just going to skip that whole step. You just write right there in the notes when you would like your access to commence. And it's just as simple as that. You just specify that in your notes. Hannah, I'm so sad. We had to cancel our live review for April, and Team Bully was going to be there. Team Bully, I love you. You know who you are. A clinical group that I taught 4 years ago that's just graduating, and I adore absolutely every one of them. And I was it was probably the live review I was most excited about ever in the history of live reviews. I'm being quite honest when I say that. I love all of our live reviews are great, and we have a great time. Team Bully Abby, hi! Yeah, you guys are my favorite. I'll say it out loud. I'll say it. Team Bully forever, yes! Yes, absolutely. I don't even use that mug. They made me a mug and they all signed it, and it's Team Bully, and I can't bring myself to drink out of it because I don't want to wash it ever, but I cherish it. I'm so proud of you guys. And I just want you guys to know that although we can't be live there in person because we have to protect one another and protect the public and protect our families, we will have a Facebook group and it will rock 100%. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm proud of all of you guys. I'm proud of everybody that gets through nursing. Nursing is a hard thing. Nursing is the hardest thing, right? It's not easy. It's not an easy program to get through. It's not an easy career to have, but it's one of the most amazing, rewarding, awesome things in the universe. Does anybody have any questions about the announcements from the NCSBN? In terms of how long this is going to last, we don't know. In terms of how long the changes will be in place for, we don't know. Also, in terms of how many cancellations there are going to be, testing centers open, that's going to vary state to state, province to province. So you'll have to check on that individually because that's information that we wouldn't have access to. I mean, we could look it up for every state and every province, but it's going to change by the day. So you're best off looking that up on your own, in all honesty, because we won't have up-to-date information for every state and every province. But it's a scary time, and I just want to invite you all to love one another, to hold one another up. Please, please, please lead by example. I tell you, I have a massive following on social media, both on my personal page and my business page, just based on what I do. I've been a nurse for a lot of years. I've worked a lot of places. I've taught a lot of students. And I'm being very educational. I mean, I'm an educator. I'm a full-time professor of nursing, but I'm educating the people, let me tell you, because social distancing is what's gonna save us. I mean, it's that simple. We can't go out and play soccer. We can't, play floor hockey. My daughter's a competitive ice skater, and she's devastated right now. She just got fitted for her costumes for the carnival, and there is no carnival, right? We have to lead by example. We are the example. We are the most trusted profession on the planet. Nurses, us, okay? That includes nursing students because, y'all know that you were in first year and people were sending you pictures of lumps, bumps, and lesions and asking you to diagnose them, right? Right? What is this? Let me send you just a picture of this thing I got on my body part, and you can tell me what it is and diagnose that for me. You all know it's true. People have been looking up to you. Honey, I'm on a live Facebook video. Would you like to say hi? You can come say hi for 1 minute.
Hello.
This is my son, Alejandro. He's very cute. Come in closer.
Stop the coronavirus.
Okay, get lost. Shut the door, please.
Okay.
Stop the coronavirus. Get advice. Take the dogs out, honey.
Come here.
So much for me telling Daddy, don't let the kids in our room. I'm going to be live on my business page. But, when you're at home, you got to make do. So we are the example. Everybody is looking up to you, even if you're not a licensed nurse yet, even if you're in first year, second year, if you're a practical nurse, if you're a PSW, if you are a registered nurse, it does not matter. Everybody is looking up to you as an example. It is our call to duty to stand together and to practice Jamili, Hello, darling. To practice social distancing. Okay, we have to be the example. I'm gonna be honest because my mom doesn't visit my business page. I mean, she might. If you're here, Mom, you just shout me out, or she'll call me as soon as I get off of here. I had to tell my own mother, no, Kathy Bully, you can't come over and see your grandchildren because you went to a card tournament 2 days ago and you were exposed to 250 people. So sorry, can't happen. I mean, my own flesh and blood, I've had to be like, nuh-uh, nope, can't see them. You can FaceTime them. You're not seeing your grandbabies, right? We have to be the example. We have to model that behavior. Alessandra, no problem. No problem. Everybody looks to us, whether you want to believe it or not, okay? I often don't believe that anybody looks to me for anything because we just don't see ourselves as others see us, if we're being honest. But I realized quite quickly after I started sharing some stuff on my Facebook page about the importance of social distancing and trying to educate people on what viruses are and how they replicate, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've taught microbiology, I've taught virology, I've taught epidemiology. So I understand these things. I have a master's degree in science. And I thought, oh, I don't want to be controversial. There was that little bit of me. I don't want to be controversial. So I'm just going to, and then I was like, nah, the time has come where you need to admit to yourselves that other people look up to you. So you need to be sharing the things and educating the people and giving the example. So my call to action for our entire N-Powerment Nursing, Rachel, #TeamBully, for our entire Empowerment Nursing audience, whether you've graduated with us 5 years ago or you're graduating with us just now, lead by example. We absolutely have to. We have to, guys. We have to, okay? And for all of you nurses and a lot of close friends of mine that I love with my entire heart, that are on the front lines of all this, we love you. We support you. Team Bully. Yes. We absolutely adore you. We value you. We are all in this together. Absolutely. We will get through this together. We will come out the other end of this even stronger. There's so much to be learned here, guys. Look for the learning. That's all I can say. We have to look for the learning in everything we go through. There's a lot of learning here. Okay. A lot of learning here. Adriana. I love you too. I love you. You are one of my favorite students too. I know exactly who that is. I taught her. She's wonderful. I absolutely love her. You're going to be a game-changing nurse, my darling. Absolutely game-changing nurse. There's some students that you teach and you're just like, that person's going to be amazing. One of those people right there. I should come here live from my bedroom every day because this is so rewarding. For me personally, it's all about my personal rewards, eh? So stay strong, okay? I know those of you in your 4th year are that preceptorship. That's the placement everybody waits for when you have that one-on-one experience. Oh, and I feel for you. I feel for you because that was, even in my own BSDN career, that was some of my most meaningful experience came in my 4th year preceptorship. Lifelong friendships I made there, invaluable experience. It's what started, well, not really what started me, but what really made me realize, yeah, I'm made for the trauma room for all of the big, bad, and the ugly stuff. So I get it. Like, oh, I feel it. I feel it right in my heart for you. That is the placement you've all been waiting for. And now it's all up in the air. But again, there's so much learning here. And we are going to talk about this. We are going to talk about this in classrooms for years to come. We are going to talk about this in our profession for years to come. It's a historical event. There's absolutely no doubt about it. And I just call on you guys to support one another, love one another, raise one another up, and most importantly, do that in an appropriate social distance. Okay? Because we are the example. We are the example. Sometimes you don't want to be the example, but when you sign up into nursing, you sign up to be the example because we are the most loved and trusted profession. So let's all come together. Let's all be that example. There's nothing you guys can't do. I promise you that. I was a high school dropout. Yeah. If you didn't know that about me, if you didn't catch that post earlier, I dropped out of high school for love, and I still love him. So he still shares this bed with me. But I was a high school dropout, and I went back to school late in life. And I have a master's degree, and I'm a full-time professor of nursing. And I love what I do so much, and I love my students so much and graduates so much. I co-founded and co-developed N-Powerment Nursing. I'm so passionate about what we do here and the work that we do, and we are so passionate about your success. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Send us a message. We are literally always here 24/7. Hi, Erica. Thanks so much for joining. We absolutely answer your questions. We're more than happy to be there for you. You can share this video with your classmates, because earlier on, I got on a little tangent because I just love y'all so much. But earlier on, the whole point of this video was to give you a live update on recent announcements from the NCSBN and the Pearson VUE companies in regards to changes effective immediately to writing the NCLEX and what that means for us here at N-Powerment Nursing. But definitely information that can help clarify misconceptions that are running rampant out there in the forums. Oh, that's wonderful, Susie. We can't wait to join you. We look forward to it. Rock that prerequisite. It's important. So we just love you guys, and we call upon you guys, and we're all in this together, and we are holding y'all's hands, and we mean that with all of our heart. Both Linda, I know I can speak on behalf of her as well, both Linda and myself. We will get through this. And we are here for you. And if you have questions, by all means, send us a message. Share this with your classmates to help them understand and clear up misconceptions. The exam isn't harder, guys. It's not harder. It's not going to be harder, okay? Your preparation is going to be the exact same, and everything is going to be okay. So I will post a link to the NCSBN where you can get a paper copy of this information in the comments of this video. I'll be sure to post that as soon as I log off of here. But stay safe, stay socially distanced, stay awesome, and stay there for one another. Mwah. Absolutely love you guys.